On last week, we talked a little bit about why you decided you needed counseling. And one of the reasons you told me why you needed counseling was because of your failed relationship with your father. And the reason why your relationship with your father was disrupted was because of the fact in your second year of college, you became pregnant, and your father had high expectations for you. I asked you to think a little bit about some of those feelings you had when you had to sit down and talk to your father and tell him about your pregnancy. What were some of the feelings you had when you told him about your pregnancy?
A great amount of fear. I felt devastated. Just really, really a great amount of guilt. Just really afraid to tell him.
And did he react the way you thought he was going to react?
No, it was much harsh than what I realized.
And so in the process of you telling him about your pregnancy, your relationship was severed. And did that hurt you?
It devastated me.
It devastated you.
Because I was very close with my father.
Yes. And you also told me that your father had a terminal illness and that your mother called and said to you that your father was dying and you needed to get back home. You was at a conference during that time and you needed to get home because your father had some things to say to you, but you didn't make it in time. So how do you feel about that?
Oh, I was devastated because after I spoke with my mother and she stated that my dad really wanted to speak with me. Of course, I really wanted to be there, but I was so far away and could not get back in time. So it just really hurt me because I really wanted to hear what he had to say.
Last week I told you that I wanted to do a little bit of role playing with you. So did you think about that?
Yes, I did.
So would you be willing to do the role playing today?
Yes, I will. I'll do the best I can.
Okay, so because I want you to experience some of the feelings you might have felt if you would have talked to your father. So this is a little bit what we're going to do. I'm going to pretend like I'm your father. I'm going to say what I think your father would have said to you on his last and final day, and then I want you to interject your thoughts and what you might have said to your father. Okay, so are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Honey, I just want to say to you, I want to ask you first of all to forgive me. And I want you to know that I am very proud of you. And when you first told me about you being pregnant, it was very hard for me because you was my little girl. And I had high expectations for you and your brothers. And so when you came and told me that news, I was devastated. But I want you to know today that you still met my expectations. You finished college. You married the man that your baby is for. You have a career, and that you are living a fulfilled life. And I want you to know it didn't happen in the way that I thought it should happen, but it happened. And I want you to know today, I love you very much. You are still Daddy's little girl.
Daddy, I felt like I just let you down so bad. You and Mom did not raise me to be that way. And when I got in college and got with that group of kids and we all just began to hang out and I began to do things that I know was not pleasing to you and not pleasing to God, and I began to do those things, and I met a guy and he told me that he loved me and I believed him, Daddy, and next thing you know, I slept with him and I was pregnant and I was just devastating, and I really wanted to go have an abortion, but I know you and Mom didn't raise me that way, and I knew I had to tell you, and telling you was just hard, Daddy. It was just hard. It was devastating because I knew that I just hurt you so bad. So bad, Daddy. So bad. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. just wanted to tell you, I love you, Daddy, and I thank you for everything you've done for me in the upbringing. Thank you, Daddy, and I miss you so dearly, and I wish you was here, Daddy. I just want to hug you right now, Daddy. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Oh.
I know that that must have been very hard for you to experience some of those feelings that you did not get to express to your dad. But today, I think that we made progress here because you were allowed to feel some of those feelings that you've been holding on to for so long. So right now, I just want you to tell me, how do you feel about the role playing?
I just feel like it's always good if you could just get it out. And I just feel so much better because I feel like a weight is lifted off of me, that I was able to tell my dad what I really felt and how I really hurt him, but also how I really loved him, and that I was so sorry that I wasn't there for him. But he's still my daddy and I love him regardless. So it just, a lot of guilt is lifted off of me and just feel like a rock is lifted off of me. So I feel so much better. I feel lighter.
So do you think that there was some of the things that your dad might have said to you since you were so close to him?
Yes, there is something. I think that if I would have gotten back home in time enough, that I know that he would have said a lot of those things that you said, because that's just the way he was. He was just a sweet and gentle man, but I know I hurt him so bad with what I did. And so, but still he came back and he just made me feel loved and let me know that regardless of my mistakes, he still loved me and I was still his little girl.
Now, we're about to wrap up our session. And what I want you to do for your homework is I want you to write down some of those feelings you experienced while talking to your dad. And I want you to write down, what did this role playing do for you to move forward in your life and put behind some of that guilt that you've been feeling about your relationship with your father and making the wrong choices. So, can you do that for me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for